In Toronto, 500,000 buys you a condo. In Calgary, it can buy you a house. Most buyers don't believe that until they actually see it. I pulled the listings this morning in Toronto for about 500 to 550,000, and there's about 260 options. Every single one is a condo. In Calgary, that same price point, there's over 300 listings. It includes apartments, row homes, semis, and detached homes. Same budget, completely different outcome. So if you're moving to Calgary or trying to understand what 500,000 actually buys, this will make it clear. If you want to see what this looks like for your situation, you can always schedule a call with me, but let's walk through it first. Let's start with apartments because this is where most buyers begin and where your budget gives you the most flexibility. The benchmark price is around 300,000. So at 500,000, you can afford much larger units, choose better locations, and have more flexibility. Here's what that looks like. In the Beltline, just south of downtown, you're trading space for walkability. Restaurants, coffee shops, and everything right outside your door. In Kingsland, it's more about practicality, easier commuting, transit access, and more space for the price in an established southwest location. In Seton, you're getting newer buildings and a community built around amenities, but you're about 30 minutes from the downtown core. Apartments are taking longer to sell right now and often below asking, which is where buyers start to get more negotiating power. Apartments at this price are available across the city, but the newer, larger options are often found outside the core rather than right downtown. And this is where most buyers start asking, do I stay here or do I move into something with more space? Next is row homes. This is where buyers go when they want more space, but still want something manageable day to day. Row homes are homes that share sidewalls with neighbors, but have their own entrance and usually a small outdoor space. The benchmark price is about 423,000. So at 500,000, you're slightly above average, can be more selective, and often will get newer or better located options. Here's what that looks like. So in Killarney, in the inner southwest, just minutes from downtown, you're closer to the core, but often with tighter layouts and less outdoor space. In Evergreen, in the deep southwest, longer commute, but the trade-off is quieter streets and direct access to Fish Creek Park. And in Sage Hill in the far northwest, you're further from downtown, but you're getting newer homes and a growing community. At this price, you'll mostly find row homes in suburban and newer communities. This is where many buyers realize they can get more space without taking on a full house, and where most buyers start to change their plans. Now, semi-detached homes, this is where you start to get the feel of a full house. Semi-detached homes are often two homes side by side, each with their own entrance, yard, and more separation than a row home. The benchmark price is around 686,000, so at 500,000 you're below the typical price and trade-offs start to matter more. In Auburn Bay, in the deep southeast, you're buying into a lake community lifestyle. Access to the lake, parks, and amenities, often with smaller homes at this price. In Panorama Hills, in the north end of the city, you're in a well-established area where schools, shopping, and daily conveniences are already built around you. And in Mackenzie Town, also in the southeast, the appeal is the design, walkable streets, and a traditional Main Street feel, a community that feels more established from day one. Semi-detached homes at this price are typically found in outer and established communities with very limited options in inner city locations. So for many buyers that commute a 30 to 40-minute commute to downtown, this is where buyers start asking if they can stretch into a detached home. Now, detached homes, this is where Calgary really separates from markets like Toronto because this is where a house actually becomes possible. The benchmark price is about 741,000, so at 500,000 you're well below the typical price, meaning you're making a clear trade-off. Here's what it looks like. In Bowness, in the northwest along the Bow River, it's about 15 to 20 minutes to downtown. You're closer to the city, larger lots, but homes are typically older. In Queensland, in the southeast near Fish Creek Park, you're getting mature trees, more space, but homes reflect the era they were built in. And in Walden, in the far south, you're getting newer construction, modern layouts, but you are farther from the core. Detached homes at this price are usually in established or outer areas, and it's very unlikely to find one in a higher price west or inner city community. At this price, it comes down to location, versus the home. Closer to the core often means older, needing updates, while further out tends to mean newer, but with a longer commute. And this is where the decision becomes personal. After looking at each option, this is where the real decision starts. Most buyers don't struggle with what they can afford, they struggle with what they're willing to compromise on. And there isn't a right or wrong choice. It just needs to match how you want to live day to day. If you want clarity on what actually fits for you, not just what's available, you can schedule a call with me and we'll just walk through what makes sense for you. No pressure, just clarity.